When I first met Nathan, I immediately noticed he was like really into electronics. So much so that he didn't even pay attention to me at all because he was so into his project. I definitely thought he was a little nerdy and that we'd never be friends.
I met Jill back when I was a freshman. I was working on a project for class while she was waiting for her ride home. She wasn't really interested in what I was doing, and I wasn't really interested in what she was doing. At that point, we didn't really click, and I didn't think we'd really be friends either.
Later the same semester, we were brought together again when Mac, a previous fellow at our school, told us about some projects he was working on, Innovation Club and Western's first makerspace. I didn't really care about the tools or the space, but I was interested in getting involved in helping out with the marketing.
When I heard about this new idea for a space on campus, I was really excited to get involved. It was a chance to play with a bunch of new tools and work on a bunch of really cool projects. I didn't care much about getting the space's name out there, but I was excited about all this stuff.
In the beginning, Nathan and I were not speaking the same language. We didn't really understand each other.
We were coming from completely different backgrounds and speaking way different languages.
For the most part, I had no idea what all of the engineers were talking about, and I didn't even try to learn.
And I had no idea what Jill was talking about most of the time.
Despite our many differences.
We were both interested in applying for UIF when Mac told us about it.
Finally, we were starting to see eye to eye. Our mentor, Robin, helped us find a common goal.
Bringing people to tools they would need to learn about innovation, entrepreneurship, and rapid prototyping.
Robin helped us realize that both of our talents were necessary to make our goal work.
Jill would be crucial for getting people excited to come to the space and just knowing it existed.
And Nathan would make sure people stayed and kept coming back with the right tools and materials.
Finally, we were working towards a common goal.
Even though we still weren't speaking the same language all the time, we were working to understand one another.
A huge breakthrough that stands out was when we had to pitch to our faculty sponsor and the dean of the business college to pay for us to come to our first meetup.
We were both super nervous about asking for so much money, but we knew what we needed and we had a plan to make the ask.
We played up our strengths, talking about what made us both most excited and what our biggest strengths were.
And it totally worked. We were both shocked at how easy it was and how supportive they were.
The experience showed us just what a powerful team we could be, and if we just worked together, we could use each other's strengths.
Now we work together and learn from each other all the time.
We've grown our space with more people coming all the time, and we even outgrown it and are moving into a larger one in the next couple of months.
We started WMU's first Student Projects Fund,
which allows students to apply for funding and get them working on their own personal projects.
We've launched design thinking workshops in first-year experience classes on our campus,
which allows us to teach freshmen about the basics of design thinking and how to shape their own education.
And it's really kind of funny how all of that played out. I was running late to the meeting,
and I was there pitching to the director and about to get the thank you but no thank you line when Jill showed up and explained everything completely differently.
I didn't even realize that the director was about to tell us no when I showed up because she seemed so excited about the workshops that I explained. It just goes to show that we really need each other's abilities to make our projects work.
So from our experiences, we want you to know this.
Make an effort to network outside of your major and profession. You never know who you might meet.
Find people that don't think like you. They'll help you think outside of the box and look at the world from a different perspective.
Get excited about learning something new. I never thought I'd be so into tech and engineering before I met Nathan and the rest of our team. It's really opened a lot of doors for me, and it's shaped what I want to do with my career.
And I've learned so much more about communication and people. It's helped me improve understanding completely different viewpoints and working with others.
Find people with similar goals and passions to work with. Teamwork is better when you're working toward the same goal and passionate about the same projects.
Don't underestimate people with different interests and skill sets. You don't always know what you don't know, and you may need their expertise in the future.
Get to know people more in depth. You never know that nerd that you sat next to in the lab once could turn out to be one of your best teammates and friends. So, we'll leave you with this question. How might we encourage diversity of thought in our teams?